we have a lot of questions for you. I just want to, because of the amount of time that we have, especially for you, General Saltzman, you talked about your need for scientists and engineers. And for me, that's why we can't cut STEM, and as we call it in Minnesota, because we include the arts, STEAM. That's our higher education funding for your workforce. So I'm curious to learn more about your plans to grow the Space Force and stand up the new program officers. Mr. Chair, and in the interest of making sure that everybody gets a chance to do anything, I am going to yield back.
I thank the gentlelady, and with that, we'll start with your opening remarks. I just want to make a comment. We expect to have a vote series called about 9:45, so we'll get through what we can, recess, and come back right after that. So with that, Doctor, you're recognized for your opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate it. Ranking Member McCollum, distinguished members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to come and walk through, at least at some level, the FY27 Department of the Air Force budget request. Appreciate the opportunity, appreciate the time. I'm proud to represent the 680,000 airmen, guardians, and civilians of the Department of the Air Force, as well as their families and loved ones. After the events of the last year, Midnight Hammer, Absolute Resolve, Epic Fury, I don't think anyone doubts that the Air Force and the Space Force are the most capable in the world. But today, we're in the middle of a generational shift in how we employ air and space power. Advances in microelectronics, adaptive manufacturing, autonomy, AI, and more give us a unique opportunity to drive down cost and drive up effectiveness across the board. However, our adversaries recognize that opportunity every bit as much as we do. Those adversaries, particularly China, are modernizing at a very rapid pace. To stay ahead, we must innovate faster in everything that we do. That means staying ready not just to fight tonight, but next month, next year, and next decade. Unfortunately, for the past 25 years, the DAF budget has actually been the smallest relative to GDP in its history. At the same time, the nation has asked more of it. To meet these mission needs, the DAF was forced to both continually cut foundational readiness and shortchange much-needed modernization. The fiscal year 2027 President's budget breaks that pattern with a $338.8 billion request for the DAF, a 34% increase from last year. I'll start with our investments to win the fight tonight, foundational readiness. Boosting readiness requires increased and stable investments, particularly given the age of many of our platforms. The FY27 budget increases our foundational readiness investments by 34%, providing the jump needed to truly recover. We're also looking at ways to operate more efficiently by accelerating decision-making, reducing industry barriers to entry, and leveraging innovative contract structures. The DAF's lean budget over the years has also resulted in a $50 billion facility maintenance backlog. This has been further compounded by the way we have traditionally done MILCON, which results in cost more than double that in the commercial world. To reverse this, the FY27 budget requests roughly doubles investments in both MILCON and facilities sustainment, restoration, and modernization, which we will couple with the new authorities such as progressive design build that we've gotten from Congress. Second, production, particularly of munitions. We retain enough munitions worldwide to meet mission needs. We strongly need factory lines to sustain that and bolster our stockpiles. Therefore, this budget takes full advantage of multi-year procurement for our most critical munitions, totaling 39,000 weapons of all types by FY33. We are also developing munitions designed from the start to be lower cost and faster to build. With advances in technologies, they will nearly be as capable of our high-end munitions, but at a fraction of the cost. Third, modernization. The DAF is currently engaged in the broadest program of modernization in its history. While not every program has gone perfect, we have already seen a lot of success with the new proliferated space architectures, the collaborative combat aircraft, F-47, B-21, and our command control and battle management systems. The FY27 request accelerates those successes and applies lessons learned from them across the board. To that end, we are transforming our acquisition system, focusing on empowering our new portfolio acquisition executives and their teams with the authorities, resources, and talent they need to accelerate capability delivery. We have delegated nearly every authority we are legally allowed down to the PAEs. We are realigning portfolios to match mission outcomes. We are simplifying decision-making wherever we can. This is a big change, and it will impact both readiness and modernization. Finally, our most decisive advantage remains our people, the airmen and the guardians who make everything possible. This budget invests in them. That includes a 5 to 7% pay raise for military, larger bonus pools to incentivize high-performing civilians, increased military end strength, and a 300% increase in dormitory investments. In conclusion, this budget represents a clear-eyed assessment of the threats we face and the disciplined strategy to meet them. While FY27 does represent a major increase in our budget, we are ready to execute that budget. Much of the new funding will accelerate mature programs with established contract vehicles. And regardless of the final total, we will remain accountable and transparent to the American taxpayer. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. General Wilsbach, you're recognized.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Chairman Calvert, Ranking Member McCollum, and distinguished members of the committee. I'm proud to represent 665,000 total force airmen serving our nation. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today. Your continued support for airmen and their families is greatly appreciated. The United States Air Force exists to provide the nation with decisive options at both speed and scale. Every day, our airmen deliver that capability by controlling the air, holding